Hello. So this would be the scene with a flat environment lighting, as I sent you in the first renders. Okay, I'll show later how this looks with a realistic lighting, which I think the best way to add lighting to the scene is to add like small bulbs to the walls or maybe to the ceiling to make a more realistic environment. But I'd like to get feedback from you later after sending this video. I think from this point, what we should do before continuing is to review this part and maybe making the delivery with this asset with the video and more screenshots if you need it. And then we could decide, okay, next order would be adding details, maybe adding seed, or after that adding a character. That's up to you. So the idea would be I imported a lot of assets as I told you previously, and I decide um, how could I merge all of them in a scene. So I decide to go with all these assets. There's a small problem with these assets, and they are not fully editable. I'm not just create the texture I want for them since it's a pretty specific mesh. So what I did is to let's preview a bit the shading part. Okay, we have here a lot of materials. Um, all these materials came with the models. So some of um, some of these materials are procedural, and I can just edit these materials to give the color I want, to change these details, these edge details. They are fine. But for example, this one is an image texture, so I'm a bit more limited to edit it. Maybe importing it to Photoshop and making some additions in Photoshop, which I already did. So more or less, they have a similar color. Let's take a look at it later with the lighting. And I tried to get that military look or aged metal look. And I think overall it is looking good. Okay, the main idea of this scene would be this platform would be like the support for the seat. Okay, the seat will be here. Don't worry about the size. Maybe it looks a bit big now, but it's pretty easy to resize. Maybe if we want to look more like this, like the seat is pretty close to the walls, we can just edit this quickly. That's not a problem. Um, Here will be the seed and obviously the character, and we could keep this size or maybe smaller. That's something you have to decide. And the idea with these walls was to I choose what I thought were the best looking models and change the texture. And also something interesting is that here in this part we can add some details like these ones. Okay, these buttons, controllers, more buttons, even wires. Wires could be added here, maybe below or in the upper part. But we could use this part to add some details like I showed you before. Maybe in that case it has more sense to make a smaller space. But well, this is the idea of this video. I would like to hear your ideas, or if you want to change anything. Okay, this is the back part, which I think most of the cases it won't be fully seen because the seat will be here. But overall, for some camera angles in which we can see the back part, I think it looks fine. The other part is just a mirror one. We could use these small details for adding maybe lights or or some details in that sense, lighting, maybe neons, I don't know. And the upper part is this one, which is something between a aircraft upper part. I think it looks also cool. This is as well an image texture, so I can change it whatever I want. But it's pretty easy to change some values in Photoshop, like I don't know, hue, saturation value, intensity, contrast. So um, we can make it fit the idea of the environment with no problem. And I'll show you quickly how this looks with a more realistic lighting. And this is something like this. These values of brightness, like the roughness and the metallic, are can be changed. Okay, so this is not a problem at all. The colors fit the scene. There are some reflects of the lighting of the red color. So I think overall it looks pretty interesting. Maybe later we should add some small lights like in the walls, in the ceiling, in the seat. Maybe we could add something. Since it's a sci-fi environment, we have more freedom to add lights and mm, that kind of futuristic details. But well, this would be everything. Just let me know what you think of the scene, and if you like it, we could go ahead and talk about the next steps. Okay, and also let me know if you would like to change something, colors, or maybe some parts that you are not sure if they work. Okay, so that's all. Thank you for watching.